Welcome 10th class students, Mrs. Nanda biology tutorial. Today I will discuss the second chapter, control and coordination of your body, right? So in control and coordination, the main system come as nervous system and second endocrine system. So first we will discuss nervous system. That means play very important role in your body to control all the activities of your body. So in nervous system, neurons are considered to be as fundamental and functional unit of nervous system. Neurons, which carrying the message, receiving the message, and maximum, so millions of the neurons are present in your body, play important role for your all the activity. So I made one biological poetry on this that you can learn very easily. So receiving the message is our right. Neurons are the sight. Brain work day and night to make your future bright. So come to the point, that means you are sleeping but your neurons, your nervous system is working day and night to make your future bright. So this nervous system further present in all organisms, unicellular, multicellular, they are present. In unicellular, the response is very simple. They are either towards the response or away from that response, away from the organism. That means they give the two sides of positive and negative taxes. That means towards and away from that. So play important. As we go higher, all having the proper nervous system, brain along with the nerves which are playing important role. So first, in case of the organism or in higher, that is called to be nervous system and neurons. Now first we will discuss the main structure of the neuron, which play very important role for the body. So neurons consist of various parts: cell body, dendrites, axon, medullary sheath, that is, so the diagram, again I will draw the outline. You can modify the diagram yourself. That means the first part, we will draw the first part, that is called to be cell body. Cell body having nucleus inside and cytoplasm called neuroplasm. Then they are having special structures inside, that is called special granule, Nissl granules. Centrioles are totally absent in neurons. Then they are having another processes, finger-like projects, that is called dendrites, which receive the message from the surrounding dendrites. Then long structure or process arises below the cell body called axon. This axon is further having a sheath called medullary sheath. But it is not complete, leaving a gap called node of Renvier, after the name of scientist, node of Renvier. Then they are also having medullary sheath having a special cell with the nucleus, outer So special cell or another cell called Schwann cell. And the membrane that is called to be neurolemma. Neurolemma. Then end of these axon having the special structure called terminal arborization. Terminal arborization and plate. So it means neuron, the structure, or it is the longest cell which play important role for your body. Again, you can observe this diagram. You can learn any diagram. Now I think you can modify the diagram yourself. So nervous system consists of these main structures or the neuron, which are the fundamental unit. Medullary sheath node of Ranvier. So it means message from this goes very fast from node of Ranvier to next node of Ranvier like this. But in non-medullated, which is not protected by the sheath, message goes slow. So it means they play very, very important role for your body and the message. Now these neurons having the special properties. What are the properties of these neurons? The structure and diagram is important for your board exam also. They have special property. They don't divide. Never divide. Once they are damaged, not repaired. Repaired not. They are not repaired. Once they are damaged, they are not repaired by any. So it means after the birth, they don't develop further. Neurons, that means they never develop the special property and they're carrying all the messages from one part to other part of your body. So they're carrying the message. That is the main property of these. And for their working, that is a very important, they need glucose as a supply. Very important. If glucose is not available, oxygen supply is not there, so they never work. So that means neuron play a very, very important role for your body for all the activities. Then come how the message is received or enter from one neuron to another. There are millions. So it means this is a neuron, this is the axon, this is the terminal. Now the second neuron starts from here like this. But in between there is a gap. And that gap is called synaptic cleft, which having various neurotransmitters. That means they are the chemicals. For example, acetylcholine. They are neurotransmitters. So what happened? How the message is received or jumped? End of each axon is swollen like this. End is swollen, called knob, synaptic knob. Inside there are vesicles called seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicle. They start releasing. When they are stimulated, they start releasing the chemical neurotransmitter and inside the synaptic cleft also. And calcium is very, very essential for this particular process. So this is called the presynaptic. Now this membrane is called post. That means of the second one, having which various receivers to receive the message. In between there is a gap. Now what happened? The message is received and neurotransmitter play important role. So it is jumped from this particular synaptic knob to the second and message is jumped. So this gap or is also called, important term for the board, synapse. So jumping of the message from one neuron to next is called to be synapse. So message is received by the next part. Clear? Then comes neurons of various types. They are sensory, motor, and mixed. Sensory, motor, and mixed. Sensory are those which carry message from receptor to brain or CNS system. To brain or CNS system. Sensory carrying the message. Similarly, motor from CNS brain to receptor, that is motor. And mixed neuron are carrying and receiving the messages both direction. They are called the mixed neuron. So that means neuron play a very, very important role in your body. That it proves neurons play an important role. Then comes certain action or messages are involuntary. Some action of your body are voluntary and some are reflex action of your body. Reflex. Involuntary are those which are not under your will, not animal will. That means you can't control heartbeat, digestion, then respiration, the number of processes. That means they are involuntary. Voluntary, which are under your control, you can control. So they are the voluntary action of your body. Certain action of your body, the system is reflex, means quick response to the outer surrounding or stimuli. For example, when you touch a hot plate, immediately you withdraw your finger. That is a quick action. Sneezing is a quick action, reflex action. They are under certain central nervous system. So it means they are under the control of spinal cord to reduce the stress on the brain. That means they are action by the spinal cord, which is part of our CNS system. So what does it mean? So they need quick action by the body, that is reflex action. It means they need 5 things to proceed, to continue. 1, receptor. One is receptor, followed the message carried by the nerve or neuron, sensory neuron, like this. Then part of spinal cord is involved, like this. Then they passes through the part of nerve cord or spinal cord, receiving the message by the motor neuron and effector. It means receptor, this is the pathway, and this pathway is called to be reflex arc. They form a arc-like structure for this quick response, that is reflex action, receptor followed by sensory neuron, followed by spinal cord, or you can write part of the CNS system, received by the motor neuron and effector. So they continue and they form this diagram, that is for the paper again important, reflex arc. So you can make reflex arc or reflex action, question can be come in the paper. Reflex arc, right? So reflex action is a quick action, right? Second, can't be changed. It is under the control of your spinal cord. So it is again automatic. Walking, for example, walking, you are doing walking, but you can control yourself after walking, you can stop. But these actions are not stop, and these actions are called by body or spinal cord reflex action. Then comes to control all these activities. The main part of our body is human brain, play important role in control and coordination. Brain, it is the widest part, very important part of CNS system. That means central nervous system. So central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Second nervous system is PNS system called peripheral nervous system, including all cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Third system of our body is ANS, autonomic nervous system. Autonomic, having sympathetic and parasympathetic system, which control your activity. One, stimulate; second, stress or inhibit the action. So that is a control, that is a coordination between this autonomic nervous system. Then come brain. Brain is widest part, having layers called meninges. 3 layers, and divided into 3 parts further: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain, which play very important role in our body. Forebrain further consists of your olfactory lobe, meant for smell, and the main part is covered called cerebrum. Cerebrum is the main part of your forebrain, having the various grooves. If grooves are deep, person seems to be very intelligent, but after that you can observe this thing. So they are having fold, they are having depressions, and the folds are called gyri, G-Y-R-I, and the depression or the things as a belly is called sulcus or sulci, singular or plural. So it means that various, their cerebrum, main part for control, and this cerebrum having various areas called association areas to receive various messages. Association areas to receive the various messages of your smell, your hearing, your another sensation. All they are received by these areas, and the cerebrum divided into the various lobes also. Now see the diagram. Now in this case, this is the fold, this is a, and this is called to be forebrain, cerebrum. And also there is a, along with the forebrain present, hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Hypothalamus is very important part of your body, which control and regulate the activity, because they control the all pituitary or your gland, endocrine gland, control and regulate. Hypothalamus is a thermostat for feeling, for hunger, for everything. Hypothalamus, which is another part of the forebrain. Midbrain is a center part, and midbrain consists of various crura cerebri. Of these two structures, main midbrain for relaying the message and all structures, midbrain, and the last part of the brain is called hindbrain. And hindbrain is again very sensitive: cerebellum, pons viroli, and medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, very sensitive part to receive the various sensation, heartbeat. You can feel below your neck the very sensitive part behind, that is medulla. And if any injury on this medulla, person can die immediately. That's why you are wearing the helmet, because of the head injury. Clear? Now this is the structure, brain part, hypothalamus. So you have to learn the diagram and do the labeling. Forebrain, midbrain, and the lower part is, this is the cerebellum, this is the pons viroli. So cerebellum and cerebrum, two are the main structure. Now you can see second various areas are there of association areas, different for speech, for hearing, for your another work, for your memory. So it means this cerebrum play very, very important role. So hindbrain act as a relay center, relay all the messages. So question can be asked, what is the difference between cerebrum and cerebellum? So cerebrum is a part of forebrain, cerebellum is a part of hindbrain. Cerebrum is a part of, or largest part, cerebellum is a small part. Cerebrum consists of two hemispheres. It means your brain, this is having two hemispheres called cerebral hemispheres. And cerebrum is not like this. Again, they as a seat of cerebrum is a seat of main is intelligence and your memory, and cerebellum controls your muscular activity of the body. Very important, relay all the messages. Clear? So it means the brain, along with the neuron, along with the spinal cord, that constitute CNS, brain and spinal cord, CNS system, which control your body. And it means what is coordination? When all the parts or all the organs, they are working together, give the proper response to each other. That is called to be coordination, and they are under the control of nervous system. I think up to here it is clear. Thank you.